It wouldn't have been a better trip without him. So I'm going to introduce him and let him say a few words.
It's a pleasure to have everyone here. This has been really a fabulous movement that we've started in Gainesville. And the nice thing about it has been that it has been an open door policy. We are basically acting as an umbrella to bring all these institutions together. The Art Museum, Ponds. I have to tell you a little quick story. Ponds, I came to Ponds a year, 6 months ago, 9 months ago. I said, Ponds, you know all these Cuban artists. Why don't you and I do a show here and show some Cuban art? They said, let's do it. So Ponds was literally the first human being that said, let's do it. And then it just totally evolved into every institution basically came to us. We approached them. They said, we would love to do it. And it's just, we had our first kickoff event last night. President Machen and President Bach spoke, and it was just a fabulous event, and we're just so pleased to have all of you here. I'd like to thank my advisory board, who has just been fabulous, my creative team, Pete and Regina, and I have my team who went to Cuba with me, which is Ponds, and Gilroy, and Margaret Tolbert, who I believe is at a dance, of course, and Betsy Bemis. She's somewhere. There she is right there. But anyway, we have a small presentation that we would like to have you enjoy. And Gary Bone and Ponds put this together with her students. And I'll tell you something, this program at this school is truly a treasure that this community really needs to acknowledge, because what these guys are doing here is beyond any imagination I've ever seen. And I'm just really proud of what these guys are doing here. These kids who walk out here with art in their hearts. And to me, that's really important. So, before I say adieu, anyway, so without further ado, we want you to have a special treat, and we're going to present you right now.
Sorry. I can be emotional.
Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to meet Jessie Dominguez. This is I want to tell you a little story about Jessie. I met Nancy and Jessie through Raquel Vallejo, my dear friend, who is a fellow Cuban sister. And we met 3 or 4 years ago, and I saw her dance, and I went to her rehearsals, and I was just, totally overwhelmed by her talents and her mother. But Jessie, last year, I took her to Kim Tuttle at the Dance Alive National Ballet, and she auditioned, and they immediately gave her a position, and she's been performing there since September, and we are just so thrilled to have this incredibly talented human being. And I'd like to do someone else. This young lady, the story of her is she was an architect in Cuba, earning $20 a month, supporting her daughter's career, and struggling and making everything possible. And one day she decided, you know what, I really can't do this. So she started painting, and she also started photographing. And Nancy now is one of the photographers, or main photographer for the National Ballet of Cuba. And so Jessie was with the National Ballet of Cuba, one of the principal dancers. And so I met Nancy, and so they were here, and I said, why don't we just do a double whammy? And so told Pons and said, let's do a little piece with Jessie and Nancy together, and this is what we brought together. And I just really want you guys to give them a round of applause. So one thing that's really important in this community has been the support that we've gotten from every institution that has been involved. ARN, the city of Gainesville, with Russell Etling, there's the Coffin Center, Curie on the Avenue, which will be, guys, make sure you get your brochures to have all the listings of all our events. And these are all our sponsors. And make sure that you acknowledge these human beings and these very gracious people who have really gone out of the way to really make Gounod possible. And I want to thank each one of you for being here tonight. Enjoy the show. These are some beautiful pieces of artwork. Take them home with you. Don't